Well, welcome to Martian Radio at the Theater.
Woo! Yay!
My name is Ryan Perry, and I am here with two amazing guests. We have Casey and Kyle here to talk to us about their improv and stand-up comedy experiences.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
We're so excited to have them here. And as you know, this podcast is meant to highlight the importance of theater, specifically local theater, and the impact that it can have. I just want to get to know each of you a little bit better. So, Casey, would you mind telling us a little bit about yourself?
Of course, yeah. So how you doing, folks? For those unfamiliar, my name is Casey Woods. I am an actor, comic. Currently, yeah. I've lived in Lowell for about 21 years now, since I was 3 years old.
Let's say it's your age, right?
Yeah, well, no, I moved here when I was 3 years old.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so a lot of people are like, yeah, Lowell, born and raised. I can only say raised.
Where were you raised? Where were you born?
Where was I born?
Yeah.
I believe I was born in a hospital in Framingham because that was the closest place. Yeah,
But your like residency was still Lowell then.
No, my mom was living in Marlboro. My dad was living, I think, in Wilmington. And my mom is from Somerville, so there's a lot going on
here.
there.
Sorry, I'll stop interrupting you. That was just a new fact for me. I didn't know that.
For all you Massachusetts heads out there,
like,
I recognize all those names. Oh my God!
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing performative, sort of artsy stuff here in the city since like 2016. I first started getting into stuff like that through the theater program at Middlesex Community College. That's where I met this lovely gentleman sitting right next to me here, Kyle Cregg.
Yeah, my story's very similar to that.
Yeah, it was through that program that I first started acting in plays, doing improv comedy, and through that I've been able to get as the years have gone by, I've been able to really been a part of some wonderful shows and make some great connections.
You acted in high school too.
Yeah, I did. Well, I acted in high school, but it was my last year of high school though. I was a bit late to it. Yeah.
Tell them what you did.
Oh yeah. I was in High School Musical in high school.
Yeah.
It was my story kind of reflected that of High School Musical. Really. I was nervous. That's why I didn't do any theater in high school. And then I was like, oh fuck it. It's my senior year.
You're the Troy Barnes of your high school.
Yeah, I was the Troy.
That's how you introduced yourself to me. You said, I'm Troy Barnes.
His name is Troy Bolton.
I don't know. I never seen high school. I never seen
Please have
Troy
some
Barnes
respect.
from Community.
Troy Barnes? Yeah, that is his name in Community, isn't it?
I never seen High School Musical, to be honest with you.
If Donald Glover played, if Troy from Community was the Troy in High School Musical,
I've never seen High School
that would be
Musical.
my favorite movie of all time.
100%.
Okay.
But yeah, just done a lot of stuff like that through the years.
I guess I'll go now.
Oh yeah, but
I don't know. I keep interrupting you.
No, it's fine. Yeah, but so I've been doing theater and improv comedy for a couple years now, and I've just been getting into stand-up in the past half year or so. It's always been something that I've wanted to pursue, so I'm finally glad that I'm like getting to it.
Me too.
Oh, thanks.
No, I don't do any stand-up.
I thought you were just happy for me.
I am happy for you.
Oh, cool.
You're pursuing your dreams.
Thanks.
Okay, I guess I'll go. I'm Kyle. Casey, you can interrupt me as much as you want, I guess.
Thank you.
When did you go to Middlesex? 2016?
Well, yeah, that was my first semester. Was the fall of 2016.
Yeah, I think that was me. I think it was 2015.
Nice.
That is how me and Casey met, and I don't think did we have a class together?
I'm not sure if we had a class. No, we met. I think my first show at Middlesex, that was Much Ado About Nothing.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Our first foray into local theater
was Much Ado About Nothing.
Was the beginning of the Trump era, so that was fun.
Yeah, really. Yeah. I remember when you got elected during that play.
Yeah, we had a whole rehearsal where it's like, if we're all just gonna sit in a circle, and if you need to cry.
Yeah, we lost like half the rehearsal because Trump got elected.
Yeah,
fucking Trump. Really, our rehearsal.
I know.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
I never know anything about politics at the time. I was like, man, everyone's real sad. Everyone got real sad in here all of a sudden. I wonder why. And then I went home. I was like, oh, Trump won the election. That makes sense.
No Apprentice fans here, huh?
No, nobody likes The Apprentice. But yeah, my story is very similar to Casey. I didn't start theater stuff until Middlesex Community College, located in downtown Lowell. That's how we met in Much Ado About Nothing, I guess.
Yeah.
And then I was in the improv group. Like, my first class there was an improv class. And then, like, I joined the improv group shortly after that. Casey wasn't in it the first year like I was in it. It took like a semester
I saw. I didn't know there was an improv group until I heard about the show.
Yeah, we don't advertise it well.
I was so jealous. I was envious. I was green with envy.
We still don't advertise it well.
Watching you guys do jokes up there, I was seething in my seat.
I could read it.
Like,
I could feel your heat from the audience.
Yeah.
But, so yeah, we did that. And I guess I did my first play ever with Casey, I guess. I'm kind of figuring that out. Much Ado About Nothing. And I went to UMass Lowell for a little bit. I never graduated UMass Lowell. Excuse me. Did a couple of plays there. I don't really remember the names of them too much. I don't know, one we made up. I can't remember it. I don't do any stand-up comedy. I'm kind of a coward in that regard.
Yeah, you did some devised.
Yeah, we did a devised piece. That's why I can't remember, where you like make it up. And then we did another play, which I don't remember, and I forgot a lot of my lines. It was a very stressful period of my life, so I don't remember the play. I didn't remember my lines on stage, but I had a good time regardless.
I think I saw that devised piece at UML as well. I also don't remember what it was called.
Yeah, I don't either, right?
I don't really remember what it was necessarily about. I think it was about like relationships, right?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Like, hey, relationships are crazy, right,
about
guys?
A lot of things.
Everyone's different.
It's about like 20 things, which is, I mean, I guess that's what happens. I never done a devised piece before.
Yeah.
It was about like politics. It was about a lot of things, but I don't know. We can badmouth that play another time.
Yeah.
But
I remember you were like an old.
I did play an old man.
You're an old man
who like talked about something. I don't remember. I honestly shows how much I was paying attention on my time at school there. But yeah, we and Casey kind of got going together during the improv group when we did the Middlesex Community College improv group. We did that. Then I kind of never left Middlesex Community College improv group. I'm still there.
Yeah,
I'm the co-director now of the improv group.
Yeah, you're getting paid for it.
I am. I got a stipend.
Yeah,
I get paid to do that. Little do they know I would have done it for free, but like
that's good that you didn't show your cards.
No, I didn't. I'm glad. The woman
they absolutely would have had you do that for free.
The woman who ran it before me moved to Rhode Island, and I think I was just gonna fill in for helping. But then she moved, and they're like, well, it's yours now, Kyle. And I've been doing that for like 4 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Does it have a name?
We're called Random Acts, but no one ever refers to us as Random Acts.
Okay.
And every year the kids join, and I tell them, like, hey, if any of you come up with a cool name and a logo, you can rename the group. And nobody wants to do that, which is strange to me.
Yeah, they don't want to flex their improv skills.
Maybe. I don't know if they're shy or
they're too nervous.
It's too much pre-planning.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Right?
They don't want you to shoot it down like, oh, this is nice, but not for this.
Maybe that's what group. Maybe right. Maybe that's what I gotta do. I just gotta tell them like we're naming something and don't tell them it's the group.
Yeah, right.
Because we used to have T-shirts with this logo on it, and I didn't like the logo, so we stopped doing that.
Or maybe
I'm not an artist,
it's a thing.
So
maybe,
I can't really draw one. Yeah.
Maybe they're holding their cards close to their chest because they're like, well, if I think of a good improv name, I'm gonna use it myself. I'm not gonna give it.
I thought that too. They're gonna steal it and take it. But
they're gonna steal the name that they came up with.
Yeah, they're gonna steal it.
They're not gonna let me steal the name.
Yeah, this is how upper management works, dude. You tell them what the ideas are.
Yeah, it's true. I'm a peon. I'm not thinking that executive mindset like you.
Ironically, actually, we got a show this Wednesday, which I don't know. This podcast will be too late to advertise.
Do you really?
Yeah, it's our Christmas show.
Oh, damn.
And ironically, when I told the kids we were Random Acts, they said, what's that? I was like, that's the name of our group. And they're like, you've never said that before, Kyle. I was like, I'm sorry. That is what it's called.
That sounds like a fun time.
Then I pitched them the idea they can name the group, and they were very shy about it.
That sounds like a fun time. Alternatively, I also have a show this Wednesday night. So if the listeners want to go see that.
You're going to fight to the... Yeah, you're going to say comedy. You have a comedy show?
I do have a comedy show, yeah.
Is there going to be a guy named Kyle there dressed up as Santa Claus?
Actually, I'm pretty sure... I mean, my show might be done by the time that yours is done. Yeah, it starts at 8.
Yeah, we start at 6 to 7.
Yeah. So hey, get your ass down to Lawrence once that show's done.
Yeah, I'll be there. Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, me and Casey really support each other. We don't, because I'm probably not gonna go to Lawrence.
We do support each other.
We do, but
you totally are gonna go to Lawrence.
I'm gonna be there.
That's a little joke. That's a little joke that we play.
That's an inside joke we play
for each other. But I mean, Kyle and I. From doing that improv group, at Middlesex, there's only so far you can go in a sort of, a collegiate environment.
Yeah, I'm nodding my head. They can't
like
see
that. So, so you and I have kind of decided for ourselves, like, hey, we need to kind of get some,
spread our wings.
We need to get some sort of improv going locally that isn't, doesn't have anything to do with higher education.
Yeah, which is what we're doing now. Would you
call that? I would even say it's secular Secular improv.
What is that? Well, I don't know what that means.
As in, like, well, usually
there's no educational value to it.
Usually, secular means like it's not like religious. You know what I mean?
Oh,
but
yeah, I guess
in
it's
this
not
case,
religious. No.
Yeah, but no religion jokes either.
The school also isn't religious.
Yeah, we're gonna run a secular improv group.
Secular. You have to be agnostic or to come.
Yeah, so that's our story. We really kind of rambled, Ryan. Sorry.
No,
that's great. That's great.
Track.
So, did you say you're actually starting a new group together right now?
We're trying to, yeah.
We've had one show.
Kyle and I had a show.
Yeah,
we had a show about during Halloween time here at LTC at the LTC Halloween show. Our improv comedy duo Woods and Cregg. Woods and Cregg hit the stage.
We didn't rehearse that.
No, not rehearsed at all. It's just our minds, you know.
Melded.
We just want to say it so much. We just want to say
Woods and Cregg.
Woods and Cregg. Yeah, that's us.
Cregg and Woods. Woods and Cregg.
But we like Woods and Cregg. It's funny.
We do.
It's funny just the two of us doing improv on stage. It's a good time, but we want more people to play with.
Yeah.
So we want to just go. We want to move beyond Woods and Cregg.
We are.
That can be like every once in a while thing that we do.
Yeah, we're thinking of like, our plan was to maybe meet Woods and Cregg, the two of us will be the core. I'll make our core movement with my hands.
Right.
And then we'll have guest stars every now and then. But honestly, we since that show, we haven't really done anything. We haven't done any rehearsals.
We've taken a bit of a hiatus.
Yeah, Kyle kind of needed a break.
Yeah, you were busy. You needed a break. I've been busy as well.
Yeah, I run the improv group. I work full time. I'm a teacher. I don't know. Casey works somewhere.
Yeah, I work somewhere. Yeah,
Casey also works.
Yeah, I work at a vegan cafe.
Yeah,
an almost vegan cafe.
Yeah,
we have eggs and cheese. So.
We kind of pushed it back. I guess me and Casey can discuss our rehearsal plans live on air.
True.
So I would think after Christmas I'll be freer.
Oh, cool. Me too.
Okay, there we go, everybody. We'll look forward to a Woods and Cregg show sometime after Christmas.
Yeah. Well, hey,
where we find a venue.
Who even knows? Who even knows what kind of show it'll be?
I mean, you might get crazy.
You might even have a cooler name.
We might wrestle a bear.
Yeah, that'll
on
be fun.
stage. We can find a bear. I've also been toying with, in my head, again, me and Casey don't plan things well. I've been toying with in my head because trying to do a live broadcast of an improv show. There's a lot of everything's online these days. You got Twitch, you got YouTube Live. And have the audience do suggestions. It's just hard, especially here at LTC. They have a studio space. I'm a card carrying member, so I could get that studio space. Yeah, flexing my muscles.
Card carry. May I see that card?
I don't get it with me. I don't carry it all the time.
Folks, Kyle is showing me the card.
I'm showing Casey the card right now
as we speak. It's beautiful.
But good yes-anding from Kyle.
Thank you.
God,
thanks, Kyle.
I'm the worst.
It's beautiful.
Thank you. It says my name on it.
I'm having a bit of an American Psycho moment right now about this card. I wish I had one.
You can get one. It's just
you have a lot of these, right?
I do have a ton. I have so many extras.
Do you mind if I keep this one?
Yeah, you can keep that one.
And I maybe put my name over it.
Sure.
Some white out.
Sir Woods. Just write Casey Woods on it.
That just might give me more of a confidence boost on my day to day.
I think you would need
knowing that I'm card carrying.
God, yeah, you can carry. So yeah, look forward to a show from us sometime in the future.
Yeah.
Sometime in the future.
Yeah. Well, Kyle, if you're interested in looking into live broadcasting improv, I actually have friends that do a live broadcasted improv. But they're based out of Pennsylvania.
So they're called
Pennsylvania. At least
they're called Improv Technology. So if you would just like to look at their shows, they're all pre-recorded on Facebook as well.
We'll at least be able to catch a show. That's nice.
I love that.
Yeah,
this idea has been stewing in my head forever. It's just doing it is way harder than thinking about it. All the technology. Then I gotta get technology involved. I gotta get someone to run the booth. I gotta get me and Casey there on time. I gotta get whoever runs the booth there on time. Then I'm asking someone volunteer their time to do it. That's the kind of things that run through my brain. Where if we're just doing it on stage, we just show up and it happens.
Yeah, that's the problem with improvisers because we like to just go with the flow. We don't like all that pre-planning stuff that leads up to it.
Yep.
It's difficult. It's difficult. Anything you'd like to share, Casey?
No, I mean that is kind of the big that is kind of one thing that's
like catch-22.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword in that sense, especially with stand-up as well. Because of how bare bones kind of of an art form they both are.
You and a mic.
All you need is a microphone, really. And even if you don't, you might not even need a microphone depending on the room. And,
that's true.
Your projection skills.
Our show, we didn't have a mic.
No, I don't think I've ever been mic'd at any of our shows at MCC or any of our shows ever, really.
No.
Because
we used to do them in the fun fact for everybody. MCC got a new fancy theater building. But me and Casey went to school there. We did our shows in the school cafeteria.
That's right.
We would have to show up early to move tables and chairs out of the way. And we'd have to kick children out that were trying to eat food or study in there.
Yeah.
And be like, hey, you can hang around. We're doing an improv show. And sometimes we would get stragglers out of the way, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
We would get like walk-ins. Like people would be walking by to like get food.
Yep.
And they would see the improv show going on and they would come and hang out. That was always a cool experience. Kind of like, it was like a flash mob, but not as like flashy and mobby, I guess. It was just like, we weren't in your face about it. If they wanted to watch the show, they could watch it. We weren't like chasing people down.
Yeah, unless it was like the Christmas show, then it would be very flashy.
Then it was very flashy. Yeah.
I'd be wearing a Santa suit.
That's true. That might be
or
me
some sort of holiday onesie.
Yeah, holiday onesie. In the past, I dressed up as an elf, which the costume consisted of really just boxer shorts and like a shirt and like socks. Good times. Do you see that on Wednesday, everybody? Yeah, okay.
So what is the appeal for improv for the two of you? Like, what has really drawn you to that craft in particular, as opposed to regular staged plays or film or anything like that?
Right.
I'll go first. You want me to go first?
Sure.
So I don't do stand-up like Casey does. So I don't really know how to write a joke. It's like weird for me. I've always this is like a pat on my back situation, but I've always kind of been a funny guy in my like.
I've just been kind of.
I guess been like really. I met like Kevin Hart was like, Kyle, you're the funniest man alive.
I'm kind of too funny for jokes.
Yeah, I'm too funny for jokes. I'm too good at comedy that I don't need jokes. No, in reality, I can't. I'm a terrible writer, so it's hard for me to write jokes. And I also like, even when I do plays, like we had auditions for the Scottish play, which I guess I could say the name in here. Can I say the name in here?
Yeah, I mean,
sure. I don't know if podcasters have a superstition.
Okay, I'll say the name.
We'll see if the ceiling caves in or something.
We had auditions for Macbeth at UMass Lowell. And if any of you are familiar with that, there's a scene where the king, Macbeth, finds out his son dies. And I've read that.
Well, his wife dies.
His wife dies.
Yeah, he doesn't have a son. That's like a big thing.
You're right. It's a big. Clearly, I didn't get the part.
This man's got no kids.
Clearly, I did not get the part. But we read the audition. And it's the very sad scene where he finds out his wife dies. And I was like, I can make this funny. My read-through of that was like, this is really sad, but I bet I could get a laugh out of this.
She should have died hereafter. Oh,
and I that's kind of how the audition went, Casey. If you weren't like,
and tomorrow,
every day
creeps in this petty pace from day to day.
Every day.
This Rodney Dangerfield is Macbeth.
Like, I met these three witches. Hey,
I can't get no respect.
Hey, the woods are coming in. The woods are closing in on me. But I read half of it as like, oh, this is really during the while I'm reading it to get the part, halfway through I was like, I'm just gonna try to make this funny, and that's kind of why I only do improv. I don't do a lot of serious plays, because even when it's like the most serious scene ever written, I'm like, I could get a laugh out of this. I bet I can make someone laugh. So yeah, I like making people laugh. I don't like making them sad. So even when I'm auditioning for sad plays, I'm like, make this laugh. Get a laugh out of this.
That sounds.
Yeah, my version of Macbeth would have been a very different play.
That sounds like a bit of a crutch, Kyle.
It kind of is a crutch.
Don't use your comedy as a crutch.
I'm not in my Adam Sandler era yet when I do Uncut Gems.
Wait till
I'm like however old Adam Sandler is, 50. And I'll do Uncut Gems, and you'll really turn it around.
Uncut Gems 2.
Yeah,
Howard's Return. I'm alive! Oh my god!
I'll be like his son or something.
Son
Uncut Gems 2. Cuddy. Yeah, Kid Cuddy will be in it.
Kid Cuddy, that's sick. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll have an Oscar by that point.
Yeah, he will after my movie.
Yeah. For me, I think what I love about improv is similarly to Kyle, like the sort of it's the spontaneity of it.
That's also part of it.
I mean, in the lack of sort of commitment, because when you're like what you said, Ryan, when you're writing a play, let's say, or you're writing anything, when you're using, I guess, the written word.
Yeah, well, you write stand-up.
The written word,
I'm assuming you write your jokes.
And stand-up. My process is different as well for stand-up because
that's interesting.
Well, yeah, because I think what I usually do for my stand-up material when I'm coming up with jokes is I'll get my voice memos app out and I'll record myself doing the bit sort of bit by bit, so that I can sort of listen to it backwards, and I can just have that so I can have the sort of inflection of the joke, because sometimes when you write down stand-up comedy material or ideas from material, I'll like look at it afterwards and I'm like, well, like sometimes I'll just completely forget what I was trying to get at with the joke. I'm like, this says Han Solo's a dick. I don't know. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no one disagrees with what
that's just kind of a that's just a statement. That's not a joke.
Where's the punchline?
But
I interrupted you
no, it's fine. But I think that's what I love about improv is that you can really you can tell a story.
Yes,
you can work with somebody, and that's what I love about improv too, is that it's teamwork, you know? Like
there's it really is.
And that's what is a big separation from stand up in my mind. Because stand up comedy, like improv, you know, you're all working towards the same goal. You know, you're trying to sort of reach, you know, a conclusion, right? You're trying to tell a story, you're trying to make people laugh.
To build the scene, begin, middle, end.
Reach its natural conclusion.
If you get laughs along the way, if you get a couple laughs along the way, everyone's happy.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess that's kind of like story-based, kind of like Second City Del Close improv principles, which we kind of
flexing his muscles.
Yeah, which we kind of I mean, we kind of come from, our training kind of comes from that
we're like
school.
a Del Close.
Yeah. Kind of bunch of close heads here. Del Close, Glenn Close, but yeah, I mean it's different.
Gregory Glenn Ross.
Glenn Ross, all those guys, all of them. But
Casey, why do you like stand up? I mean, why do you like improv?
Well, I think I like improv because like you're working with your troupe versus stand up. You're up there by yourself. Yeah. You know, you're usually in a room with other comics who might just deliberately, like, even if they think your material's funny, they'll just be like, "Huh, yeah, that's good stuff." You know,
I'll say what Casey can't say. Other comedians are the worst. Other comedians are the worst.
They can be. They definitely can be. I mean, I haven't really run into like a lot of problems yet, but I'm sure that'll change. But yeah, I mean,
improvers can be bad.
Well, yeah, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, like improv comes out of the theater, you know, and theater is an environment of sort of instant forgiveness. You know, you can be silly on stage, and you can and immediately, like, you know, there's no pressure.
Yeah, you're not really doing improv in a bar.
Yeah, stand up is an environment. It's like the opposite of that. It's like never forgive and never forgive yourself and never forget, because you know you can use that for material later.
So funny. You know? God, I really don't want to do stand up now.
You should try it out, Kyle.
One of these days.
When the both of you do improv, do you tend to lean towards short form improv over long form improv, or a little bit of both?
We're kind of a little bit of both. I'd say currently, right now, the state of Casey, or not Casey, I was going to say Casey Woods. The state of Wood and Cregg is short form.
Yeah.
But I know eventually we both just want to do long form.
Yeah, we're definitely short, definitely a mix of both in the sense that our short form scenes run too long.
Yeah, as you can tell by this conversation we're having now.
Yeah.
But like,
we're trying to work on that.
Well, I'm kind of an improv purist. I don't know how you are, Casey, but I like, my ideal, a quote unquote perfect improv show is we go on stage, we ask the audience for a word, and then we do improv for like 30 minutes or something.
Yeah, that'd be great. So
that's like, but the state, we're not there yet.
No, we're trying to do some long form
building
improv.
Up to it. Casey,
that was our.
I want to say Casey Woods. What's in Cregg is building up to it.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Casey Woods is building up to it.
Cheers.
I would love to do some long form sometime soon.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I really like. I mean, like there was a really good series of improv shows on Netflix. I believe it was Middleditch and Schwartz. That was really funny until I found out that Thomas Middleditch is, I guess, like a creep.
Yeah, he's kind of a little weirdo.
Yeah, kind of a little weirdo, which I guess makes sense, like, but kind of makes him less funnier, because like that's like his whole bit is being a little weirdo. It's like, oh, you're like that in real life.
I mean, there's
no character here.
Well, did you know that Ben Schwartz is really Sonic the Hedgehog? So
I did know that.
So you use what you know.
Yeah,
every improv he's always like, I gotta go fast.
Yeah, he dropped his creepy Canadian friend with the mustache,
and then he eats chili
hopped
dogs.
On the Sonic train.
Choo choo.
Yeah.
I like those movies. Those were good. 1 and 2.
The second one was.
No. Get your blasphemy out of here.
Come on, dude. Jim Carrey said, "Oh, I can floss. I'm Dr. Eggman and I'm flossing."
It's for kids. Some of that's for like the children.
It's pandering.
And the part where they kill a guy, that's for the adults.
Did they kill a guy?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they don't kill anyone, Sonic.
No, they didn't. So I'm like 10 years older than Casey, so I grew up with Sega, so that might be what's happening to me.
I have no attachment to Sonic.
Yeah, I might be more attached to, I guess, like I still have my Sega Genesis from back in the day, So I might just be more attached. That's our Casey. That's a Woods and Cregg short form movie review.
Yeah, that's our Sonic.
That's our Sonic 1 and 2 movie review.
Yeah, we wanted
Casey didn't like it as much. Kyle liked it a lot.
Well, we wanted to wait until the second one came out.
Yeah, that's why we waited so long.
So we could hit both.
I even waited until it was like free on TV. I didn't even pay money.
Yeah, we waited like a year until it's like free to watch.
Yeah, I liked it. I thought it was cute.
Can we expect a Woods and Cregg movie review at every Woods and Cregg
show?
I think
definitely.
So.
Yeah.
Casey sees a lot more movies than I do, but I'll try to watch them.
Yeah, I incorporate a lot. I incorporate a lot of my movie viewing into my stand up because I try to write like at least like 2 to 3 minutes of material every week, just as like a little exercise. I mean, they're not all winners.
I mean, that's the process, right?
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, I mean, it's basically to figure out like, okay, well, that was funny. I guess I'll hold on to that bit, and maybe like I'll revisit it, which is what I've been doing like recently. Like I'll usually try to do like new stuff every week, but for the past couple weeks, I've been like polishing some like a sort of 5-minute set that I've been working on, which is nice. But yeah, just recently, like for example, I watched Happy Feet for the first time, since I had seen it. Since I was 8 years old, I watched it on TV. Yeah. And did you know that the penguins are really horny in that movie?
No?
They are.
No, I don't recall that.
They are especially horny in that. It's probably one of the horniest films I've seen in my entire life, actually.
What do you mean by this?
I mean the penguins want to fuck the entire movie.
Do they say
that? That is the premise of the film.
Is that why he has Happy Feet? Is that why Elijah Woods gets Happy Feet? Because he wants to mate?
Kind of.
He wants to mate with the other penguins?
Kind of, yeah. Well, see, like, the movie starts and you figure out that, like, in this world, penguins sing to each other so that they can find, like, a mate, and then they can...
Oh, is that the premise?
The movie starts with Nicole Kidman and Hugh Jackman having, like audio, like, sex with each other.
What?
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's, like, a hot, sort of like a, oh, my Elvis Presley kind of penguin.
This movie plays at my school a lot.
Yeah, dude,
I
saw this movie with my
grandmother. On the TVs a lot.
I saw this movie with my grandmother in theaters. It was awkward. It was uncomfortable.
I bet I'll see it. Like a lot of kids like that movie at my school. Let's put it that way. So I'll pay attention.
There are numerous times where, like, in like the first 10 minutes of the film, I'm like, Hugh Jackman, he's coming.
I don't like this. I don't like this, Casey. I don't like this. To be honest with you, how is this in your stand-up? How do you incorporate that into your stand-up?
I was just kind of. I'm just exasperated. Like, why were the penguins so horny? You know, I mentioned how Robin Williams' character, his penguin has like a harem of penguin concubines.
Now that you say that, I do remember that.
Yeah, see, they lead him off. They lead him off.
He's got like a really big like.
They lead him off screen, and like you hear them like woo-hoo-hoo. He's like, oh yeah, baby. Oh, he does this like Baptist preacher. He does his Baptist preacher like voice like, oh mama.
Oh baby. I do remember that. And then they get all pregnant at the end, right?
Yeah. It's all about. We'll see. That's the thing.
What's Happy Feet 2 then?
I don't know what Happy Feet. I haven't seen Happy Feet 2, but that's Mumble's thing. The main character. He doesn't sing. He dances. So he's a freak.
Elijah Wood's character?
Yeah, Elijah Wood's character.
I don't remember any of that.
Dances. That's how he expresses himself. He can't sing.
Then he sings by dancing.
Yeah, he sings like shit, but he's a really good dancer.
That's how he gets the girls.
He teaches them how to dance. He teaches all the penguins how to dance, and that saves that.
Yeah, they don't get killed.
Well, they dance for like the people, for humans, and all the humans are like,
kill them.
There's a bit at the end where this guy is on the news. He's like, I don't want to live in a world without penguins.
I remember isn't it start with like National Geographic's like watching them? We're like, these penguins aren't dancing.
That's at the end. That's at the end.
At the end they're dancing and they're like, we need to save the penguins.
Well, the humans only show up at the end. You don't see any humans until.
Like I said, I catch it at school. I'm also watching like Children's. I don't pay that much attention to.
Right. You're not watching the movie?
Not really. No, I got other things on my mind.
You got to watch the kids.
Yeah, it's part of kind of my job.
Right.
They're not paying me there to watch.
Okay.
Next time I'm there, I'll tell the other teachers like, hey, really watch this movie. See what's going on here.
I can only imagine that Happy Feet 2 is just like penguin birthing videos. I think it's the only logical step from there.
You get to see the process. Like we were teasing you in the first one.
We're like joking about this.
This was the full feature.
This is gonna disturb me at work next time I go to work. And this is on, and I'm watching like my sweet children.
You're like to your boss,
then,
like, can we turn this movie off?
Happy Feet's going on. I'm just gonna see me shivering in the corner. Like, what's going on, Kyle? Like, oh, nothing. I'm just tired today.
All of a sudden,
anytime you hear Gloria Estefan music from here on out. out.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the Robin Williams part at school. I was like, yeah, you're right. They do happen.
Oh man, that's funny. Well, kids in an environment where they're like shown entertainment in school is always dicey. I mean, like I recently just was a part of a play that took place in a middle school.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
it was about a middle school class election.
That was
So this was a show that was called The Cookie Referendum, and it was a really fun time. I was able to be a part of it.
You were a janitor.
I was the middle school janitor for this show. We did this with a Free Soil Arts Collective.
Yep.
Ray Sam Donko Holm wrote the play, good friend of mine. And what was funny is that we had three public shows on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I believe.
I don't know.
I think that was it.
Casey just looked at me like I knew the answer to that question.
Kyle, you were there, man.
I came on Saturday.
Yes.
I saw one of your performances.
That's
right.
right.
I didn't go for the other one.
Yeah, I think it was okay. You know what? No, it was Friday and Saturday.
Friday,
Saturday.
See, yeah.
So we had three. We had three public
Oh my
shows.
God.
Friday 7 p.m., Saturday 2 p.m., Saturday 7 p.m. But before that, in Friday morning, we had 2 student matinees for the middle school that we have been rehearsing in for the past 3 weeks.
These are just like regular high school middle schoolers. To set the background. They're not like going to a fine arts middle school.
No. This is the Butler Middle School great kids. In Lowell, Massachusetts. Great kids.
Great school.
But the student actors that we worked with, I was one of 3 like adults that were in the show. The rest were all high school, middle schoolers that were a part of this
they were really
organization called Aaron's Presence.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's where we got all the kids. Like they all kind of auditioned as in a sort of group setting, but it was really so
get to the feral middle
of
schoolers.
course, of course. Hey, don't spoil the lead.
I'm trying to get them in there.
Yeah.
Get this going.
It was a really bad. The student matinees were awful. They were really terrible. The kids. Well, what was really bad about it too is that like the artistic director of Free Soil kind of told the kids like in the curtain speech like, hey, this is an interactive play. It's an immersive play. So cheer when you want. Boo. Boo when you want. Boo when you want was a bad idea.
Don't tell the kids they can boo.
So
it's
about a middle school class election, right? The 2 presidential candidates, in this show are played by a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. Other children. So there's like a character that's like, there's like one of the candidates is like almost like a Hillary Clinton type, where it's like, I'm telling you what to do. This poor girl had an entire middle school class just going,
oh my God, I didn't know that. The girl was so nice too.
It was very frustrating. It didn't happen. It didn't.
At least they weren't chanting like "lock her up."
Oh my gosh.
Oh, they said some other things. They said some other things. Yeah,
where are the cookie emails?
It was a devastating. It was so devastating.
I feel bad now.
Watching those shows, like both matinees, they loved like the sort of Trumpian populist candidates. So
I loved him too. I'm not gonna lie.
It was just a devastating sort of
he was a charismatic
example
guy.
of how effective populism can be.
It was super
like,
good.
Damn, all these kids would have voted for Trump. That's cool.
Sure did.
Well, this is actually a great little lead-in spoiler for our next episode because we're actually going to be talking about the cookie referendum.
Oh boy! Man,
we didn't even know that.
Yeah, we're going to have Racem and Tangine.
That's a good little teaser. That's a good little teaser for.
We know both those people.
Yeah.
And now I know precisely to ask them about the student.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
I knew about it. I wasn't even in it.
Yeah. Okay.
I've heard like that story before about how feral they were. But what's the way you get? You get a middle school crowd to tell them they can boo. They're gonna boo you.
Yeah.
They're following directions. You said boo. They're gonna boo.
Yep.
Hey, next time they see a play.
But that's the theater. That's what I love. I do love immersive theater.
Yeah, that's part of it, right?
Maybe not immersive theater to an audience of 12-year-olds, but
they used to throw cabbages on Shakespeare's plays. So.
True, but I don't think they were all 12.
Nah, but they were older.
There may have been like a little like, oi!
You lived till 12 back then, so like 12 was like the
true.
It's like
you were a man back then.
By 7.5, you were working all day. I don't know. Me and Casey are rambling.
Casey, I do want to ask you one question specifically about stand-up.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I was 17 and I was doing improv at the time and I thought I might want to get into stand-up, and I actually got this stand-up book where it walks you through the steps of like writing your set and all of that. And I went through all the steps, and halfway through the book, it's like, okay, now you have to book your first show.
Yeah.
And it's like, before you get to the next steps.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm 17. I'm just a baby. I'm not.
Yeah, what
I'm
the
not gonna-
hell?
I'm not gonna.
That's a
Yeah,
weird book.
time
Go
to
and
book
a show.
Time to book your first show.
Yeah, get an agent. Go
So-
book a show. That's weird.
What is your insight for actually getting your stand-up material up on its feet? Like, what are those first steps
gotcha.
that you take?
Well, for me, and I'd say for most stand-ups, I'd say you got to just hit the mics. You got to hit those open mics. You got to hit the comedy open mics. You got to hit the mixed sort of material open mics as well, because you might get some surprising laughs there. Like,
What do you mean by mixed material? Can you define
like a
that
sort of
for
mixed
us?
mic, which is like, like an open mic that's like kind of traditionally just like, musicians going out there,
Yeah,
just
not for pure stand-up.
not even necessarily for stand up. Like, it's
Gotcha,
kind of rare.
gotcha.
Like sometimes, like, you might get up there and it's like you might be the only stand up going that night,
gotcha.
of musicians or like spoken word poets, and that's almost kind of cool. That's a way to differentiate yourself from, I guess, from the crowd. It gives people, it's kind of refreshing.
Yes.
It might be refreshing for people to laugh, as opposed to like a pure stand-up mic or just, comic after comic after comic. Yeah, you got to hit those mics, and because that's how me, for example, I've been doing stand-up now consistently for about like half a year now. It's been about like 6 months, and that's how I've met all of my sort of connections in comedy. It's just through the mics. Like, after a while, people will see your material, and there will be comics that will be booking shows like that, because that's the thing as well. The people who organize and book shows are other comics. You're not having really, like, unless you're like really high up there.
Kevin Hart. I'm just gonna say.
No, yeah, of course.
Or even like lower than Kevin Hart,
but
I guess,
I mean, like, lower than Kevin Hart as well. Like, I mean, like, sure, you have like actual dudes whose like jobs are like promoters. Like, I book people for these gigs, and yeah, I mean, I've only had a couple shows at this point, a couple paid
break it down
gigs.
steps. So step 1, hit the open mics.
Hit the mics and make friends. Make some comic friends.
For 1.5 is make friends at the open mics.
Yeah. Because those will be people that will be able to recommend you to other people as well.
Gotcha.
Like, hey, I'm getting a show together. I need one more person.
Gotcha.
And it can be like, oh, hey, they fit that bill. Because a lot of times as well.
I like this guy Casey. He's nice. He's funny. Let's get him in the.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, goes along.
So step 2 then is hope another comic books a show, and then you can piggyback on.
Yeah, or just ask kind of like, I guess, kind of figure
3.
out, like, go to shows, like go to comedy shows that are booked, and just kind of make that connection, because like odds are, like, the person that's like hosting the comedy show that you go to, odds are they are the ones that like organize the entire thing.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
Like, so like definitely try to make that connection and be like, hey, and find out like if they have an open mic there, like, like, let's say like you go to like, for example, like there's a comedy venue down here in Lowell, the Safe. They have an open mic on Tuesday nights, and then every like month or so, like bi-monthly, they'll have a comedy show on like a Friday, Saturday night. Like, that would be that's an example right there. Like, I got to know the guy who hosts the mic there, and I got to go. I mean, it's kind of a relatively new comedy space, but I got to be on their first show, first like big comedy show.
So be in the room is like kind of your advice.
Yeah, just
get there.
Yeah, be in the room and be a face in the room.
You don't have to go formally book anything. Just
no. Just be a face in the room that people recognize as well, and just know that, like, your stuff is good. Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's great advice.
Thanks.
For our second segment of the show, I'd actually really love to play a couple of improv games with the both of you.
Oh, let's do
or
it.
to have the two of you play one. I have two games in mind, and I'm sure you've both heard of them.
Probably, or maybe not. We'll see.
The first one, just to warm up, is the alphabet game. Where
I don't know what this is. I can guess.
Each one of our sentences has to start with the next sequential letter of the alphabet.
Right.
So if I start a sentence with the letter A, once I'm done, it would then be Casey's turn. Casey's sentence would start with the letter B. Kyle's sentence would start with the letter C. And we just keep
Okay.
Keep going around
I gotta
that
sing
way.
on my alphabet to let everybody know. So we'll see how this goes, folks. I'm excited.
Yeah, let's try it out. Let's do
I
it.
do teach children, but I don't know my alphabet.
I won't give us too many given circumstances. I'll give us a location, and then we can fill that out however we like.
Where are we?
So we will be in a grocery store.
Nice.
Choo-choo. There's a train there. I don't know.
We'll be in a grocery store.
Gotcha.
Our first letter, let's start with the letter C.
Okay.
And then
A, B, C, D, E. Okay.
let's have Casey start with the letter C.
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty.
And scene.
All right. Hey, careful! I just spilled this big old bag of Cheerios.
Don't eat those Cheerios. They're floor Cheerios now.
Everyone come over here. We have Cheerios on the floor that we can eat.
Foolish child! Do not touch one bit of Cheerio off of that tiled floor. It'll make you sick.
Get away from the Cheerios, children, please.
Hey, man, I'm just really hungry. My mom hasn't fed me since 1 o'clock, and I really want these Cheerios.
I don't care about you, your mom, or your lack of appetite, okay? Because these floor Cheerios are mine. I'm gonna eat them because I have an adult stomach. I can take it.
Joke's on the both of you. I run this store. It's me, Mr. Market Basket. These Cheerios are no longer for sale.
Kill Mr. Market Basket!
Oh, no!
Kill Mr. Market Basket!
Ooh. Like that idea. Like that idea. I would love to kill my boss.
No more suppression. No more suppression. We want Cheerios. We want Cheerios.
Perfect. This is the perfect plan. I didn't think that spilling a bag of Cheerios would end up with me cooing my boss with a child, but here we are.
Oh no, the janitor and the boss have formed a union. I can't control them anymore. The Cheerios, they're all over the place. Everyone's eating them off the floor. Oh no.
Please, everyone help me knock the rest of the cereal off the shelves.
Question. What are our demands for hostage this supermarket manager, kid?
Really want you to stop knocking the Cheerios is my demand, but I'm not in charge anymore.
Sure. Well, I have a 5-step plan, and I have these other kids that are here with me, and each of us are gonna say one of the steps.
Okay.
Terrific. We got a little Stalin over here.
You cool. You got cool ideas. I want to hear them.
Very good. Well, my friend Sam is going to tell me what our first step is, and that first step is to take over all the market baskets.
Wonderful. I can't believe we're finally seizing the means of production. Who needs a 5-year plan when you can have a 5-step plan?
Excellent. I'm switching sides. I'm with the children now. Market Basket, Mr. Market Basket is for the children.
Yes, that makes our plan so much easier. We don't even need steps 2 to 5 anymore.
Zebras are actually my favorite animal. I just wanted to mention that because that's what kids do, right? You meet each other and say, hey, this is my favorite animal.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Our new store mascot is a zebra now.
Buy Cheerios no more. Everything is free.
Wow. Yay, we did it.
Love that.
I really struggled through the alphabet there. I don't know if anyone picked up on that.
We had a workers' children's revolution.
Yeah, with a zebra and God.
Yeah, we had a little bit of a stutter in the middle around N through P.
Yeah.
I lost my alphabet.
Yes,
Yeah.
but it's okay.
We did what improvisers do, and we just went with it.
Yeah.
I really had to think that through.
That's a fun game,
Yeah,
especially as like a warm up. Yeah.
I've never done that before.
Yeah.
I should make my children.
Shows how much
do
we
it.
know, huh?
Yeah, we think we're improv experts.
And then I'd actually like the two of you to do a little scene as well.
Let's do it.
Which I will moderate, and I am almost fully confident that you'll both know what this game is. It's usually called Change.
Okay.
Sometimes it's called Bell Scene, Ding.
Is this a good scene where you switch characters?
This is the scene where you two will be in a scene.
Yes.
And at some point, I will say change.
Yes.
And then you have to change the last thing that you just said.
Yes,
Gotcha.
Gotcha. So, for instance, if I say, man, I love these apples, you say change.
I would say change.
Man, I love these oranges.
Change.
Man, I love the big skinny dip.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, beautiful.
And it will then change the direction that the scene goes in.
cool.
Me and Casey Woods are familiar with this.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
So let's give you some given circumstances. I'll give you characters and a location for this one.
Wow.
Cool.
Let's have you be a therapist and their patient.
Gotcha.
And you are at you're at an elementary school playground during recess.
Oh no!
Gotcha.
I was like,
Cool.
there's no way we're in a therapy office.
Cool.
Okay, someone's gonna say scene.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready too.
Ready when you
Whenever
are.
you're ready.
Okay.
And scene. Hi, Mr. Therapist. It's me, Mr. Boss.
Change.
It's me, Mr. Up and down.
Change.
It's me, Mrs. Doubtfire. Oh no.
Dr. Caulfield, your method of extensive therapy is not helping me here.
Oh, I'm quite sorry. We call this live therapy, where I throw you into situations and see how you'll react.
Oh,
it's
right.
groundbreaking stuff.
Right.
Yes, we're here because you have a fear of children, so I brought you to a middle school playground.
Change.
We're here because you want to have kids, and your wife was so about it. No, so I brought you to a playground to show you kids are cool.
So which one of these kids am I grabbing?
Change.
So which one of these kids am I yoinking?
Change.
So which one of these kids am I abducting to give to my wife as a sort of new child?
I would say the one on the slide.
Change.
I would say the one on the monkey bars.
Change.
I would say the one digging through the trash.
Ah, that's a good kid right there.
Yes, he's very resourceful.
Scrappy lad.
I call him Trash Kid.
Change.
I call him apples for free.
Change.
I call him, ooh, that kid loves trash.
Okay. Ooh, that kid loves trash. Okay.
Yes. Oh, look at he's turning around. He hears his name.
Oh, should I call to him like a dog? Ooh, that kid loves trash.
Yes, that's how you interact with children.
That kid loves trash. Okay, let me call to him. Ooh, that kid hates trash. Fuck, I messed it up.
No,
Damn
change.
Ooh, that kid is indifferent to trash. He's coming over to me right now. Oh my god. Whoa, look at his eyes. His eyes are so.
Oh my gosh.
He's reaching into my soul. It's like it's almost as if he's asking me for like a bowl of porridge with his eye. It's almost as if he's asking me to be his father with his. It's almost as if he's asking me for for all the contents in my wallet and pockets with his eyes.
It's me, the trash kid. I've been out here for so long, digging through trash.
Hey, shut up, kid. Keep talking with your eyes.
That doesn't play well in a radio medium.
Doc.
Oh, trash kid, it's me.
Doctor, get this kid out of here, will you?
Okay, I'm sorry, young kid, you have to get out of here. He's not quite ready for this step of therapy. I'll pay you in trash as I usually do. Okay.
Change.
I'll pay you in Barney dollars. Please get out of here. I'll see. Okay, doctor, I'll see you next time you need help. Goodbye, trash kid. Well, that didn't go quite as planned.
Doc, I'm paying you $50 an hour here. Doc, I'm paying you $50,000 an hour here.
Change.
Doc, I'm paying you $500,000 an hour here. The least he can do is help me find a feasible kid for my wife.
Yes, you're right. I did promise you children per hour.
Yeah.
So, I did promise you one child per session.
Change.
Yeah.
I did promise you half a kid for half a day's work.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now we're under a half a kid ratio. You're right.
Are there any kids in wheelchairs?
I don't like where this is going, but yes, there's plenty of kids with wheelchairs here.
Hell yeah.
But, yeah, I guess that's half a kid, isn't it? Half his body. I guess that's not a full child, isn't it? I guess that's just a kid in the wheelchair.
Yeah.
Let's get you. Oh boy, I don't like this. Dr. Boss does not like this.
You don't think I should have a kid in a wheelchair? That's kind of ableist of you.
It is ableist of me. You're right. You're turning this around. I think you're ready. I think you're ready. I think you're ready to move to the step 2 of this therapy session.
Let's hear it.
It's when you pretend to be a child.
Change.
It's when you divorce your wife.
Change.
It's when you tell your wife you love her and maybe you should have kids together.
Change.
It's when you tell me, Dr. Boss, your greatest fear.
Change.
It's when you tell me, Dr. Boss, how much you like me.
Change.
It's when you don't tell me anything. It's when I, Dr. Boss, reveal that I am a Cyclops.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is, I mean,
yes.
I kind of inferred that, because of the eye patch, but
yes.
That's quite the reveal there,
my
Doc.
trouble with depth perception. That's this is oh no, excuse me. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't call yourself a Cyclops, man. Don't put
No.
yourself down
Change.
like that. I mean, I would definitely call yourself a Cyclops, man.
Change.
I don't know if I'd call yourself a Cyclops. Maybe instead of call yourself Cyclops, abbreviation from the X-Men.
Ooh.
That's cooler, right?
Ooh, I do. That was my favorite show as a kid.
You should get one of those
Visors.
one of those visor sunglasses, so people wouldn't know.
You are paying me a lot of money. I could afford that. Let's get back to your problems, though. Enough about me. Enough about you.
Yeah.
We're here at the park, at the elementary school park.
Yeah.
Because you want a kid.
That's right.
And I promise you would have a kid by the end of this session.
Yes.
But what I didn't tell you is that we're going to give you the kid that's been inside of you all along.
Oh my
Change.
God.
We're going to give you the kid that has been inside of me all along.
Oh my God.
We're going to pull it out. Here we go.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He's so gooey.
It's the child. Put that inside of you quickly.
I will.
Change.
Put it, eat it. Eat the child.
Okay.
Throw that child as far as you can from here. And if it comes back to you, you're ready for a child.
Oh my God. I mean, I threw it pretty far.
Yes, you're quite strong.
I'm not sure if he's going to come back to me. He hit me in the back of the
Change.
head. Oh, I'm not sure if he's going to be coming back. Oh, he's sprinting. He's sprinting
very
back.
fast.
Maybe, I don't know if that kid's going to come right back. Oh my God, he's already here.
Oh my gosh, we've done it. You have step 3 of therapy where you no longer need me anymore.
Doc, I'm
Yes.
not sure if I'm ready to be a father.
Change.
Doc, I'm not sure if I like kids after all.
Whoa.
Doc, what if I become my own father?
That's every father's greatest fear. But because now you have my voice changes a lot now because you have my inner child. You can combine that with your inner child, and that will give you the full child as promised.
Because this is your inner child,
Yes.
is he going to become your father?
Yes.
Was
he will.
Was he mean?
My father was quite mean, yes. That's why I became a therapist.
Well, that's good.
We don't have that problem. Oh, do you want that problem?
I want a mean son.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I've been paying $500,000.
Very mean.
I've been paying $500,000 an hour so I can steal a child. I want a mean
that's true.
kid.
I forgot. I guess I'm
an
I
evil
have
guy.
Too, we're discovering.
Yeah.
We're discovering. So take that home to your wife.
Seed.
Okay, beautiful. Wow, I feel lightheaded.
Great job, guys. That was awesome.
Yeah,
Dr. Boss's voice changed a lot during
now
that.
you can now see where what I meant earlier when I was like, our short form is kind of long form.
Yeah, they don't really they go until we don't think we go. They go too long until we tell them to stop.
Yeah, we're
medium form.
We're rusty. No.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are in medium
We're just
form.
being self-deprecating. That was a lot of fun.
I really enjoyed that.
It was a lot of fun. Before we wrap things up here today, are there any plugs that you want to make? You had mentioned some shows coming up. I know
absolutely
this Wednesday for your shows might be a little
too soon. I guess
a little too soon. But is there
plug.
anything else that's coming up, or any organizations that you want to bring up that you really like in the area?
Definitely, Kyle. You want to go first?
Yeah. So, like as I mentioned, I am the co-director of the Middlesex Community College's improv group, which is called Random Acts, but we really aren't called that. So this will be too late for our Christmas show. God, I can't speak. Our holiday Christmas show. I call it whatever. But yeah, but in the future, we're always doing shows. So I guess be on the lookout. We're on the Facebooks. We're on the Instagrams. So those shows will be coming up. And a Woods and Cregg show will be happening in the future.
That's right.
To be announced.
That's right. TBA. Maybe even as close as January?
I would think so. Yeah, I think it's a safe bet.
Yeah. And maybe in the next month or so.
Yeah.
Anything else to plug, Kyle?
That's it for me.
Oh, cool. Yeah, so definitely like I said, this so this might be a little late for the live show itself, but on Wednesday the 14th, I am going to be doing stand-up. I think I'm going to be doing about 10-15 minutes at One Broadway Collaborative in Lawrence, Massachusetts on their like bi-weekly variety show, Lawtown's Got Talent. It's a really fun time. A good friend of mine, stand-up friend Fredo Cruz, usually organizes like the lineup for those shows, so I'm happy to be on that. And there will be video of this show. So in the chance that, you're probably listening to this after the 14th of December. Probably, so in that case, you're going to want to go to One Broadway Collaborative on like Instagram. They're like a nonprofit music and arts organization based in Lawrence. And they on their website they'll have all of those cool. All of those Lawtown's Got Talent shows up to watch for free, I believe. Yeah, so those will be up online. That show will be up there to find at some point. And I think tentatively I'm going to be doing stand up at Concept 6 here on Market Street here downtown Lowell. I think on January 27th I'm going to be a part of like a big comedy show there. It's either January 27th or this next Friday. I don't think it's this Friday though, because I haven't heard a word from any of them, and I've heard that it might be on the 27th. Yeah, I don't know. You'll
learn that improvers and stand-ups are bad at planning.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about organizing a show is that sometimes you just find out from somebody else like, oh yeah, I think it's delayed. Yeah, cool. I would have loved to have received that. So yeah, there might be some stand-up going on January 27th at Concept 6. That is downtown Lowell, Market Street. You can catch your boy doing stand-up there, and you can usually catch your boy doing stand-up at The Safe on Tuesday nights here in Lowell, Massachusetts. That open mic starts at 8:30. The list starts at 8, goes up at 8 o'clock. If anybody is interested in trying out some stand-up in the area, I'd say that is a great place to start. That's where I started. And it's a good space with good people. So yeah, that's all. In Concept 6 open mic as well on Thursday nights.
The Free Soil Collective, is that where you did the
Oh yes, yeah. I mean,
you'll hear from them next episode,
check out the Free Soil Arts Collective as well, because those are great people.
What was that toilet stand-up thing you did? Did you do that?
What toilet?
The Golden Toilet?
The Golden Toilet, yes, of course. Okay. Yeah. Check out the Golden Toilet
I don't know much
stand-up show as well, because they filmed that as well. I actually just did that here. I did that like earlier.
That's why it's on my brain.
Earlier this week. Yeah, so I think that video is somewhere to find. So Golden Toilet
It's a lot
comedy
more active than I am.
on Instagram.
I do one thing.
That was a good set. So you guys should look that up.
Oh my gosh, look at that set. Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And listeners, we will also have those links in the description of this episode.
Thanks,
so we will give you easy access to get more Casey Woods and Kyle Cregg if you would like.
Woods and Cregg.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, Ryan.
Of course. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, thank you for listening to Martian Radio.
Thank you, folks.
At the theater.
Yes.
That's a ship beaming me up. Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, 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 pew. Yeah.
Pew, 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 pew. Goodbye, everyone.
Hey, gang. This is Wednesday, and you've been listening to a Martian Radio program. Martian Radio Theater is a queer art collective based in Lowell, Massachusetts, focused on creating space for queer voices and experimenting with different media. We're on YouTube, Spotify, Facebook, and Instagram. Wherever we are, You can almost always find us using the tag @MartianRadio TheTheatre. Check out our website, MartianRadio TheTheatre.space, for cool upcoming local events and to sign up for our newsletter. And we hope you support us by sharing our work, talking kindly of us to folk, or becoming a patron at patreon.com/MartianRadio TheTheatre. To repeat that, our social media is @MartianRadio TheTheatre. Our website is www.martianradiotheatre.space. And our Patreon is patreon.com/MartianRadio TheTheatre. Hope we get to spend time together again soon. But till then, happy trails, partner. Take care.